Everyone, Flint Truth Channel. So this is exactly why I tell you guys that these body cameras on these cops should not be, they should not be allowed to mute them. They should not be allowed to turn the audios on and off. When they have these little conferences, these little officer conferences where they get together and they mute the cameras, they shut their cameras off. It's only so they can do dirty things, have no integrity, and get away with doing bad things. So I'm going to show you here, just like I've showed you before in the last video, where I had the lieutenant trying to get the sergeant to blow into his DUI, to do his DUI breath test. They're just crooked, okay? There's so many bootlickers that just, oh, I love the cops. I love and respect their job. I love and respect them. They're great people. No, they're the biggest legal gang, okay? And like I said, there's always good people in all walks of life, okay? People are deceived and misled, and, you know, cops are no different, okay? It's just like being a soldier. They're lied to. They're propagandized. They think they're heroes, you know, in the public perception is one thing, but the truth and reality is another thing. And this is what I'm talking about today. We're not going to get into the whole cop thing. We're going to talk about the body cameras and why they should not be able to manipulate them. They should not be able to turn them off or on when they start their shift. As soon as they start their shift, it should be included in their equipment. When their equipment goes on, their body camera should go on. It should not be able to be shut off, altered, have the audio shut off, nothing. If there's a situation where they have to go to the bathroom or something where they would need privacy, then there should be a thing where they can remove it to go to the bathroom only. And those should be documented, what time they took that off their chest, what time they put it on, and the camera should be rolling so there's no dead footage. There shouldn't be any cutoff, you know, where, oh, well, I cut it off because I went to the bathroom and then I turned it back on when I got out of the bathroom. Nope. You leave the camera in your car. It stays on. We know that you didn't touch it. You do your little 5-minute business. You come back out, whatever. But these, of course, and officers would just get around to just taking their body cameras off when they have these officer huddles instead of just muting them. So they would find a way to get around it because they're crooks. But listen to this and watch what why they have these.
Can I have my phone? Not yet. I got the camera.
Yeah, as you can see, he's got a valid pistol permit, and they're going to just... Okay, I'll give you a brief rundown of what's going on. So this guy, yes, he's an idiot. He's a YouTuber who creates a bunch of bullcrap. But in this instance, there was a cop checkpoint down the road. He was warning vehicles to say, hey, there's a cops ahead. Know your rights. Don't talk. Yada, yada. It was just a sign. He was wearing a pistol, which is allowed. He's not a felon. He was carrying it how he was supposed to, and he had a permit, a valid permit. They came up to him, harassed him, instantly grabbed his camera so that way they could, you know, stop him from recording their their dirty deeds, basically. And that's what they do. They want to tell you can't record them so that way you don't catch their dirty deeds on camera. I have Hartford, excuse me, sorry, some air. But have that Hartford lieutenant call me. I want to see if he's got any grudges. That's how these troopers are, okay? They call around, hey, do you got anything against this guy? You want me to slam the books at him? Look, want me to punch a number on this? Got to cover our ass. These are how these guys are, these heroes, okay? These so-called heroes that people want to go and bootlick, okay? This is what they're really doing, okay? They're a legal gang, a legal government gang. And we didn't vote on this. We didn't vote that we wanted militarized police to come and control our society. Okay, that's not what the idea of a police officer is. You go back to the 1800s, the cowboy days, you know, the definition of a peace officer, a sheriff, you know, a man who actually cared about the people in the town. He was loved. I mean, people would give their life to protect the sheriff back then. People would give their life, you know, to do the right thing back then, because peace officers and sheriffs had morals, they had integrity, they had honor, they had values, they had dignity. Okay, cops don't stand for these now. Okay, these are bootlickers who are a gang, who are a militarized gang, who are allowed to, not only a militarized gang, but a militarized gang who has almost complete immunity. Okay, in the legal system, as far as judges and prosecutors, do have complete immunity. So we'll continue playing. This is the problem, guys. Police hate people that stand up for their rights. They hate people that don't just instantly have their tail between their legs and cower and say, yes, sir, whatever you say, sir. Yes, sir, whatever you say, sir. Okay, sir, you're the God, sir. They have these God complexes and these egos. Okay, and as soon as you mess with their ego, it's on, and they don't want nobody walking around doing open carry or anything like that because they're so against it, and it's the opposite of what the government's for. You just heard the sergeant say it's legal to do it. And then the other sergeant says, I think we do a simple trespass, we do reckless use of the highway and creating a public disturbance. We gotta cover our butts. I mean, this is what they do. This is why when they say officer meetings, we're gonna mute it. This is why they mute it, because this is what the type of conversations that they have behind these when they turn these off. Hey, how can we screw this guy over? Hey, how can we ruin this guy's life, make a bunch of money for the city? Because that's all these guys are, okay? They are pirates for money, okay? Because when you go to court, that's all they want is your money, okay? Unless you're somebody that's continuously getting in trouble, then they actually will throw you in prison. But guess what? When they throw you in prison, they get money from you being there too. So it's a never-ending cycle, and they have prisons, and they have to keep them full because they have, and that creates jobs, and it creates so many things. So there's a reason why they do this. There's a reason why they don't try to actually help people, and actually, if they did what they were supposed to do, and actually what people think they do, I think the majority of people wouldn't have a problem with the police. But when you walk around and these guys are shooting everybody, they're shooting first, asking questions later, they have all these ego complexes, they're acting like robots, they're sitting here having these private meetings where they can just to see how they can screw over citizens that actually, stand up for their rights and try to warn people about a checkpoint that should be illegal anyways. Why do we have checkpoints in America, sobriety checkpoints and all this other stuff? We're supposed to be in a free country, okay? A free country, we don't get stopped like the Gestapo every couple of miles to check our papers, to see if somebody's drunk, to see this, to see that. I get it. Bad things happen when people get out drinking and driving. I'm not for drinking and driving. I'm not for people doing a lot of stupid stuff, but it still happens. That doesn't mean we pull over every car and have checkpoints and we become the Nazi Gestapo because, because the police don't like it. Look, this is how they lie. This is how they cover their butts. And then we'll just claim, in backup, we had multiple people, they didn't want to, stay and, give us a statement, so we took our own course of, action, I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous, but this is what they do. Unidentified trooper. I mean, it's not unidentified. They know exactly who's there's on scene. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Permits good, guns good. All right, well, we have no charges. All right, let's make up some stuff. Let's ruin these people's lives. Let's ruin these kids' lives. Let's see what we can do to harass them. So anyways, just wanted to run this by you guys. I'm not going to keep doing these videos. It's probably, the point's probably through. You guys get the point that it's a problem. Policing in America is a problem. They're militarized with their weapons, their egos. I mean, they all think and act like robots because of their training. They got all these actual real robots that they're starting to implement with the police, robots, drones, and everything else. And nobody sees a problem with this, okay? Police aren't supposed to be militarized. They're not supposed to have assault rifles. They're not supposed to have all this military tactical gear. They're not supposed to have tanks and all this other stuff that we use for war. It's unbelievable. And then they literally make these things and then they bring them back and use them on our own people. And people aren't outraged by it. People don't see the forest for the trees. They don't see what the cops and the government and the legal system really is, that it's all a crooked sham. They're all Freemasons. And if you're a Mason or you're a made man, you're one of the men that's part of these fraternities or societies, guess what? The rules don't apply to you. You can do a certain gesture, a certain hand symbol, you can say a certain phrase, and guess what? The judge is going to know that you're part of the brotherhood, and he's going to let you out. The prosecutor's not going to charge you. It's a big crooked scam, okay? And only people that have to pay are the poor people, the low class poor people, okay? That's who have to pay. And all these big cases where they try to pretend like these stars, you know, murdered this person or did this person, those are all fake stories for the TV. Quit watching 48 Hours, quit watching Dateline, quit watching the ID channel. The majority of those stories, 90% of those stories are all fake, false hit pieces for the public to eat up, okay? To keep you sidetracked, docile, sedated, okay? It's no different than a cartoon or the news or anything else, okay? It has a certain purpose, it has a certain goal to make you live in fear, to make you turn that TV on and be scared. Hey, somebody could break through my window at night. Somebody could kill me. Somebody could harm me. Somebody could do this. Newsflash, that could happen at any time, anywhere, any place. You know, the odds of it happening are, you know, are majority is not. But I think they said that like 90% of the times of deaths, it's got to do with people you know. You know, people putting themselves in the wrong situation, people hanging around the wrong people, the spouse, whatever. Usually, you know, usually people know the person that, you know, when something happens. Usually it's connected to somebody they know somehow. Very, very, very few times is it just random, you know, a drive-by, wrong place at the wrong time. Does it happen? Yes. Is it the majority? No, it's not. And people need to understand that. So these forensic files and all these shows, they have you living in fear. And that's what the whole goal is, okay? Just like the news, just like everything else, it's propaganda. It's to have you live in fear and think a certain way. So with that said, guys, I'm going to end the video. God bless you all. I really appreciate y'all. I know I haven't been making the videos. I've literally been working so many hours. I haven't had any time, guys. I've been working 7 days a week. I do apologize. I have some great material written down and ready to go. I even have a couple videos that I've even started and I'm in the process of making. So bear with me. They're coming. And I promise you guys, you're going to like these videos. You're not going to want to miss them because there's a lot of jam-packed information. I took a lot of time with them. And I don't know exactly when I'm going to release them, but because I'm not done with them yet. But they're coming. Keep an eye out for them. I'll make an announcement video just before I upload them, so that way you guys know that they're coming. And I appreciate you guys. And also tomorrow or maybe later on tonight, I'm going to try to upload a video of the Masonic, basically how they cover for each other, what their rules are. And I'm going to read right from their books how they are to cover for other Freemasons of that degree and higher. So with that said, I'll catch you guys on the next video. God bless you all and have a great day.